We're back.
Hello.
Welcome back. Maddox, you look up and you look around, and once again, you're someplace you don't recognize. The background of the character is effectively he was with a group of adventurers. There was a terrible disaster. Effectively, all of the adventurers became one person. So Maddox has multiple personalities, and from time to time, they will just flip to a different personality, so you never know where you are when you wake up. At present, you're at a farmhouse talking to like a very farmer's wife looking lady, like an Aunt Bee sort of a person. And you are in the company of what's clearly a dwarven wizard, a lizard folk rogue, a Harangon, which is a bunny person with the biggest muscles you've ever seen, which is really fucking disconcerting, and a half-elven cleric, wood elf, I'm sorry, and you are wearing a plague doctor mask, so you're pretty much all of your skin is covered. And
Are you okay?
I'm hungry. Is there any food here? I'm really hungry.
Yes.
oh, I have pie.
Ooh,
Pie.
I think I love pie. What's pie?
It's fresh, and I also have conies.
A brace of conies?
Pie is good. Pie
I have
is
a
good.
brace of pie then.
Do you mind if I said a little something over them?
Oh, all right.
Oh shit, that's
I
rat
mean, I
cones for rabbits.
understand.
I wasn't-
Not exactly a bunny, but
I wasn't expecting a giant bunny person to dinner. I'm sorry.
it's all right. I understand these
It's
things
all right.
happen. I mean, it's part of the culture, and these things happen. I would just like to recognize my.
Would you like that?
She comes out with a pie in one hand, waitress style, and a brace of cooked rabbits hanging from a stringer in the other.
Oh, you had to parade it out like that, didn't
So
you?
she asks.
You couldn't have put it in a plate.
She has, oh no!
Oh.
And she runs back in, and she comes out as you're dividing up pie. By the way, you're right, Maddox. You apparently fucking love pie, because you try a little. It's like carnival in your mouth.
Is it
And
is it like meat pie or dessert pie?
I was picturing like a slightly tart sweet, like a rhubarb strawberry.
That is
Yeah. I'm trying to picture like a really good, like a hearty farm. That felt right.
Rhubarb is a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She comes out,
very good pie.
These rabbits, man.
and she's put her biggest tray, and she's gotten garnish, and she's made like a little bed for every cooked rabbit, and she has them laid out like they're sleeping.
Excuse me, but might I have a bit of rosemary? An herb, maybe?
Certainly, she runs back in, comes out with rosemary.
And Lindsay takes the rosemary and murmurs.
So for those of you that are meat eaters, the rabbit is ritualistically making them more delicious with the rosemary. Because any of you that cook are like, that was a good call. But they look like they kind of needed the rosemary.
Be as delicious as possible
I don't
to
suppose
make
you have
their
any...
passing as meaningful as their lives
Here.
were. Brethren and sisters.
Father insists on it. It's he likes a darker stout than most of his friends.
The thicker, the better.
Oh,
If you've got a beer that I could stand a fork up in, that would be perfect.
this is like syrup.
Fantastic.
While you're back there, if you have any raw rabbit left over, that's kind of more my speed.
Oh, we have a meat house.
Oh,
Oh dear.
I'd love to see the meat house.
So we will just cut to inside the farmhouse with a variety of foods laid out as is racially relevant, including a mushroom, something on some bread for the dwarf, including some raw food for the lizard person. Did you eat of the dead rabbit, or you just like a good veggie plate? Oh, you're literally carrying it. All right. And the wood elf.
I'll have the rabbit.
Yeah, I would
That's
assume,
fine.
right? Maddox, you eat just
I will eat
everything,
everything. I am hungry.
or turns out regeneration's taxing. Yeah.
You have no idea.
I wish Father was here. My husband, he's at town. When he's away, I tend the farm.
That makes sense.
You were asking about the stranger.
Yes, please. Does he have a name?
None that I know of. He bought the manor on the Haunted Hill. During the days of the plague, Count Revenant lured young girls with promises of food. And these are legends anyway. And the girls were never seen again. It was believed he drank their blood to make himself resistant to the plague. A mob stormed the manor and burned him at the stake.
Good.
Since then, the manor was abandoned, thought haunted. Only the stranger was interested in it and finally was able to. I don't think he even had to spend that much because it was effectively abandoned. So he went in there, and since he moved in, and this is years ago, it's when I was a girl. Strange goings on since he moved in. Experiments, some said. A few years back, the stranger disappeared. We'd occasionally see him in town. Folks say one of his abominations got him.
What abominations now?
There are
just
various creatures, monsters.
Like patchwork people? Or.
I had heard that. I'd heard strange beasts gone foul and wicked. Yes, we don't know what kind of experiments he was performing, but apparently maybe that's something to do with the manor and the count before him.
And you say there is food on this hill. That is why the young ladies went there.
Oh, no, the terrible rumor is that they became the food.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, when I was a girl, there was a plague across the land, and some assholes wouldn't wear masks, and people were very sick.
I can't imagine that.
No, I know, right?
Insane.
But, some took extreme measures to combat the plague, like they would drink bleach or all sorts of madness. And this one count apparently was drinking blood to strengthen himself, hoping to resist the plague. And it was as we can't know if it was effective because we don't really ultimately know what went on there.
Yeah, I don't think that would work unless you were a necromancer.
For all we know, he was.
Oh, I hope not. That would not be fun to deal with.
Why did you ask that very suspiciously specific question about patchwork people?
We saw one in the woods.
You've seen one of the abominations.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Listen, I'm not telling you how to be a parent, but your child has also seen this thing. You should probably address that with them before they bring it up, because they're gonna say some stuff that's probably not entirely true, but is a little bit exaggerating. But we did see that guy, the patchwork guy.
Apparently it was fond of your daughter and not to eat, but
She's
to protect her.
trying to absorb the parental advice from the lizard
I'm
person.
holding like half of a rabbit, like not cut rabbit, just half of it.
All right. Well, if you're so disposed, you may want to report your encounter to the sheriff. He was actually through here a few hours ago. He was on his way to town. He was escorting a prisoner.
Where would you get prisoners from? Like, that happens here for...
It's the sheriff.
No.
All the usual reasons.
Oh, like, pretend we're not from around here.
Because we're not.
What sort of are there...
Husbands beating wives, wives beating husbands, people stealing from one another,
Oh.
drunken arguments that lead to blood.
Well, that happens in our place, too.
It's not.
Is there? That's
But there are also
the
sheriffs
majority
that-
of the risk here. I imagine that would be most of the sheriff's work.
Alright.
To the part. What's y'all's like relationship with authority? Like,
Ask the rogue.
yeah.
I'm a priest.
Well,
I'm on good.
God doesn't need the law. Like, I don't know what you're talking about there.
Ronald is a god of defense.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm generally good with the law.
Oh.
So long as they're not assholes.
Okay.
Just point me in the direction of something that needs killing and I'll do it.
Shall we try
That's
that
my-
once
that's-
in
So I'm
a
going to
row?
pause
I like
right here because it was pointed out to me by a helpful friend that I failed to introduce Mike DeLonzo.
Oh yes.
This
okay.
is Mike DeLonzo, he is local improv royalty. He is you're like co-creator of the Out of Bounds Festival, right?
Yep.
And he does a variety of other things. But I know him most as a improviser and a gamer. He is a principal member of 819 Entertainment, and I work with him there on the Nuked live stream, where he is an absolutely delightful goblin with a amazing fashion sense. And he is an adorable son, by the way. Because we're sometimes playing and adorable son will show up. It's like, he's so cute! All right. That's Mike.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
Alright.
So, do you want to talk to the sheriff, or what do you want to do next? Or try to find out where this manor is?
Listen, I don't think I'm gonna be on their books, being that we're in a different dimension of some kind. But
I think we should just mention it to the sheriff, give him a little help.
I'll be using a fake name, is what I'm saying.
Why?
But, I mean, 'cause
Maybe
we're talking
he
to
likes
cops,
using
I
fake
don't know.
names.
I mean, it is fun. I do have to admit that.
Let's all use fake names.
I like yes. I knew yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm Maddox is on board.
Sure.
I like this version of Maddox is fucking down for it.
It strikes me that our appearance is rather startling to the people of this land. They're not used to non-human, demi-human people.
They don't seem to have any.
Well, maybe this good lady can mention it to the sheriff, and we can just kind of skirt over to that little mansion over there.
I do also have a disguise that I packed for myself. I don't really know if that's going to be useful or not.
I'm thinking just head straight to the
I could just
mansion.
imagine a lizard man with like a strap-on Groucho nose and mustache, like, I'm totally a human!
Look at this. I'm gonna find-
Greetings,
A singular
fellow humans.
monocle, one monocle that changes one.
How
do you do,
human
fellow
adventurer?
kids?
Before we
I am
leave, can
human
I ask
food.
a question?
Sure.
What's up?
Who am I, and where are we, and who are you people?
Oh no, Maddox.
Well, Maddox.
Okay.
You're Maddox.
You're Maddox.
Or at least
Okay.
that's the name that you've been using ever since you came out of the thing.
Yeah,
I came out
all
of
you
a
need to
thing.
know.
the mountain, the planar shifting. You came here before. You've been here before.
No.
Listen, Maddox.
Okay.
We've been hanging out for a while, and you've been with us. That's what you need to know. And you're a good part of this team. You and I are probably the best friends of the group. But that's about all you need to know right now. We're going for an amulet of some kind.
That sounds great.
We're-
Please
Yeah.
forgive me. This sort of thing happens to me all the time.
It's okay.
All right.
You've also been drinking quite a bit. The last version of you was drinking heavily, so I don't know if that's affecting you or.
Yes, that one.
We're
Okay.
we're trying to find the amulet of the squared circle.
The amulet of the squared circle.
Yes.
Is that familiar
Would
to
that
you?
be the WWE version, or the AEW version, or the WCW version?
I have no idea.
What is this strange
All I
spellcastery you speak?
All I know is that Zebrix the Planestrider was the last one who had it.
And by the
he
way,
may or may not be
you're going to get
dead.
that same response on a tribe when he comes on later.
Absolutely.
This is going to be so good.
And if you don't remember any of us, I'm a wizard. The rabbit is a
I
barbarian
fight stuff.
and hits things hard, and we also have a lovely cleric as well. So we're more or less got all your bases covered, Maddox. If you need anything, let us know.
I think you're kind of everything.
Yes.
I feel like everything. Well, however I can help, I'm happy to.
Fantastic.
So they're going to be
Considering you're the
places
sum total of all the people I've ever met.
It might come to you later. It's kind of like a squashed bug, from what I understand or remember.
Your brain.
Your brain's like
Yeah,
a
your brain.
squashed bug.
That makes
Because
sense.
there's
Okay.
like 7 or 8 of you all inside of there. So
Ooh, no wonder I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
You're eating for many.
Yes.
Shout out to Daniel and Hattie for the donation.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Yay.
Let's go ahead and give
Thanks.
someone. Let's inspire the cleric, please.
Thank you.
I did find my my costume. It says a set of clothes is fashioned for a particular costume, typically meant for entertaining.
You'd be very entertaining.
Are you like a lizard clown? Is that?
Sure, yeah, I'll be whatever you need me to be.
He pulls on like a Loki costume.
We don't have to do that plan though. I can just use a fake name with the cops.
The
Your own
mama says, I have some of Papa's extra clothes if you want like some robes, if you're concerned about.
Well, we're probably going to leave town. The manor on the hill is... Can we see it from here? How far away?
No, it's further away. In fact, I'm not exactly sure how to get there.
Oh.
I don't want to disturb people here.
Well, if you go to, we get another proper name here, the Slaughtered Lamb Tavern, which is down the road. I can tell you just how to get
Those
there.
poor
That
lambs.
would work.
So, oh no, I'm sorry again.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
I can tell you how to get there, and I'm gonna ziplock these M&Ms, or I'm gonna.
I mean,
Bad
if we
things
don't,
will
if
happen.
we don't want to shock the locals too much, I can volunteer. I'm by all accounts mostly look like a short, old human.
Yeah, you're like a
Human eyes.
stunty Ed Asner.
I mean,
With a
I
bigger
could,
beard.
I could cover my ears, and that might help. But
A hat.
Just tell him there's a
I
race
could cover
picker.
my ears too.
Excellent.
Would that help?
No.
How would you?
You'd also have to cover your face. Maybe if you cover your face with your ears.
A really big hood?
There you go.
Big hood.
Now you just look like you're wearing a very furry hat.
So she's in Squid Game.
No, dear.
If we're concerned with startling the locals, that is. Otherwise, we could just tromp around town being weird, and we're not going to stay here
I
very
am
long.
That's a
perfectly
good point.
okay with being weird.
I mean, there's no hurry, but if you go now, you could probably get to the Slaughtered Lamb before it gets too dark.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
It's not,
Fantastic. They
it's
might
not
even
that
have more
much
beer.
further down.
I am going to give her some coins to pay for the food.
Her
got-
eyes go kabang because you live in a proper like D&D fantasy world where you're like, I just did a minor errand for you looking for a rat in the hay, and you paid me 30 gold. She lives in a medieval world where a gold coin means, oh, do you own me now? Like, so you laid out a few coins and she, thank you. Like, you clearly changed her life.
Thank you.
I hope that your
far,
husband
I'm
can
out
buy
of
some new clothing with this paltry sum.
What's your sum? Well,
Come on.
thank you for your generosity, Mr.
Clemensy.
Clemency.
You can call me just Clemensy.
I have a pie to go for you. Sorry, you seem very fond of the pie. And
Oh
she
my goodness, yes.
makes a little bundle out of it and hands you the bundle.
I'm gonna reach into my robes and see if I have any coins. I'm not
You
even
do.
sure what coins are. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna grab an errant handful of coins and just throw them at her.
So
Thank you for the
again,
pie.
in a straight fantasy world, a straight medieval world where like 3 silver coins might buy someone's skilled services for a month, you like hand like silver, copper, a couple of platinum, just like adventure miscellany, and you throw it down, and she's like, oh my god. So you have like inadvertently solved their like poor
All of
downtrodden
their
farm problems.
We probably ruined the local economy.
We definitely.
Right?
We definitely have.
A new
We
warlord
made
has been
Baron-
created.
We created land barons in one swift move.
All right, off you go. Let's see. We're We're gonna do our next spell break at 3.
Sounds good.
So we got a little bit further. So the group heads off, says goodbye to Mama, whose name was neither asked or given, and
It's not important.
about
Just a
an hour and a half later, by the side of the road, and it's gotten deep twilight flirting with night. Like, it's getting to the point where you'd be yelling for kids to come in because it's Prince Spaghetti Day. Like, it's getting dark. And you see, off to the side of the road is a cart lying on its side. And even from here, you can see 2 important things. One, the horse pulling it is clearly dead because there are big chunks taken out of it. And 2, it was a very heavy cart that had a cage on it, and the cage is knocked over and the back is open.
Oh no.
Oh my.
So that looks like maybe the sheriff's wagon.
Yep.
No.
Now, this is from a distance, so any other details you'd have to be closer.
I'm gonna pick up the pace then. Let's see if there's anyone still
So,
alive.
can we shift to minicam, Colt?
Yes.
That's one of the only electronic tricks we've managed, right?
Well,
Minicam we can do.
I don't know how fast you I go 35, you go 40. Everyone else
Yeah, those are
is-
nice. I like those. Yeah, it's nice mini.
Did you paint it?
Oh, wait.
You painted yours?
Or-
No, you painted it.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
I think
Yeah, those are actually, Mike, those are properly painted for each of these characters.
That's fantastic.
Not painted, they're printed. Yeah, no, it's Hero Forge is the shit, man. It's amazing. You can have your figure. Can you hold them up a little for Mike to see a little clearer?
This is Glee Mimsy.
So Haringdan Barbarian,
This is Will Willith.
Wood Elven Cleric,
This is you, Maddox.
multi-class. What the fuck?
You are a woman.
with no visible skin. Under the mask, he looked a little like Todd Stachreich until recently.
I was very lucky then.
Yep.
I was a very bookable character actor.
And that was a Lizardman Rogue, and this is the
we
Wizard
have Luther.
Dwarf.
We are a very
Okay.
short company of people.
Yeah.
You kind of are, yeah. I'm gonna need your running down the road to the cart order, please.
Whoop. Just like that.
Yeah, especially because you can bound.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Like it's-
hang back.
I have a 40.
I think the time
foot-
has come to summon forth the spirit of my tome.
So you hold forth your shield, which is also your book, and a head, a glowing head manifests, and I'm going to say that it resembles Lance Henriksen.
Okay. Is his name Bishop?
Good evening, Master.
Look, welcome to the. This is a new world we're in. If you could do me a small solid and just look around a bit, since you float quite easily.
I exist to do solids,
Fantastic.
but have none of my own.
Because you're incorporeal.
Ah!
He's a funny spirit, my boy.
My humor is majestic.
Just don't get more than 300 feet away from me, or you will cease to exist. I don't have to tell you that. You're
I mean-
the book.
I'll kind of pop back, but
True.
That's how
It's
I trap
more-
my wife.
you never let her get more than 300 feet away.
I told her that if she got more than 300 feet away, she'd cease to exist.
Wow.
Wow.
Let's not report Mike to services.
No, not me. No, this my character did that. No, I didn't.
Maddox, this is Maddox.
Crazy?
We good.
Maddox?
Dude,
Yeah.
it's Texas.
I
That's
didn't
the
know that you were married, Maddox.
You have kids, Maddox?
So the head flies
know.
ahead of you. So the dwarf goes even further back, but Lance Henriksen head, Bishop flies forward. So it ends up neck and neck, which is ironic because it doesn't have a neck, with the Haringdan. So the two of you Bishop, Bookhead, and the Mighty Bunny get up to the cart around the same time. So you see the horse is dead and was at least partially eaten. So something didn't just fuck it up with attacks, like clearly was eating meat off of it. There are also 2 bodies. There was someone that was the driver and someone riding like in the seat behind, like the buck seat. Both are lying on the ground. And the cage, someone forced the bars so it's popped open and bent.
From the
So
outside?
from the inside.
Okay.
Someone very strong. So do you investigate cage, driver, passenger?
Absolutely.
I was asking for
Oh,
1.
I'm gonna look at the cage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna look at the cage, see if there's anything odd.
So you find the following things as far as the judgment of oddness. I leave that to you, dear listener. But the following things, the hands to open the cage were strong enough that there are like finger marks in the iron.
Wow.
Oh.
Second thing, you find shredded clothes and skin. As though somebody tore all of the skin off of a body. So that looks like a
It looks like something became
Flappy
something
meat
else
suit.
here.
and
Exited a skin.
you see scratched into the wood, so the cage sat on a wood base and was sort of bolted down. It says, "Forgive me."
Well,
What does the head do? Is the head more concerned with the driver or the passenger?
He's more concerned with if there's tracks or trails leading off away.
Give me a survival check for the head, please.
I'll roll mine. Natural 20.
Wow, we are rolling
The
fantastic.
head begins to follow tracks.
It's a 21.
Who's the next person in line?
Me,
And where do you go?
passenger.
So the passenger is a person who is probably the sheriff. He is alive, but he is unconscious.
Yay, healing time!
Wait, hold.
Okay.
Can I steal his credentials before you?
No.
I love the idea of like a medieval sheriff.
Yeah.
Just the only way you identify him was with a badge.
I want that. Can I have that?
So you throw a spell?
All right.
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Who's the next person in line?
I think Maddox.
Maddox
me.
is next.
So, Maddox, do you investigate anything or just join the others?
I'm gonna check out the cage and see if I can figure out if there was like a weak point or if the bars were actually made of iron, and like check out that whole crime scene business.
It looks fairly solidly made. Your guess upon close examination is that someone with game terms 18 or higher strength just bent the bars and popped the lock.
Someone was very strong here.
Thanks,
well,
Maddox.
thank you.
Glad I could help.
16. Healing.
Okay, so he starts to wake up. The head reports. And can he communicate at that range telepathically?
Yeah, and I can see what he sees and hear what he hears.
Oh, if I remember to look down. All right, hang on. And it rotates itself a bit. At first, it was running on 2 legs, but after about 10 meters, it goes to 4. How far should I go?
No more than 300 feet.
So, just short of the I disappear line.
Please.
Very well. And he, very much like a Zardoz head, he just goes flying
The
around.
tiny sized head. He also he exudes dim light out to 20 feet, so we can kind of see his little bobbing ghost light hover off into the woods.
Good
Does he have a
Lord.
propeller on the bottom that like?
That would
He
be fun.
should.
I should not. Who's the next person that lights? It's Gex, right?
That's me. Yeah.
Yep.
So, do you check out the driver?
Can I check out the viscera a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. There's no way to escape this, really. This looks like something transformed and burst out of its skin.
As a person experienced in molting, does it look like molting has occurred?
A
here?
bit, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But like violent molting.
Violent
like molting, you typically like drink beer and eat potato chips
That's okay.
until you gain like a little weight, and then eventually
It
your
just cracks
skin
open.
comes off.
That's pretty awesome.
This looks like somebody like ripping the outer layer off
Right.
because there's jagged tears,
Okay, but it looks like it's
Somebody pulling it
self-inflicted.
off, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
and you also find bits of fur.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
At this point, the group hears a howl. It is a wolf howl.
Called it.
The sheriff's eyes open. What? Oh,
Are you okay?
oh no! Ow,
Breathe.
no!
Breathe.
Ugh.
Tell me where it hurts, and I'll fix it.
Yeah, he points to a variety of, and you can tell he looks like he was attacked by a wolf. But there are, no,
Oh,
claws.
goodness. Okay, we are gonna.
Where's the prisoner?
I'm assuming that the prisoner is the person howling off there in the woods.
Yes, it ran away on 2 legs, but then after a short time, it was running away on 4 legs.
Is one of them alive?
So you finally get around. Somebody looks at the driver. The driver's dead, and the driver was attacked the same way. The claws marks. It's just he was lower level and had fewer hit points, and he's just fucking dead. Also, he failed his con save, and but you just look at his body. He passed. Whereas the sheriff was alive enough that you were able. You came fast, and although they've been here a bit, he says I was transporting. Let me make sure I get all the deets right. I was transporting a man accused of murdering his brother. I didn't believe it in the time. They found his brother dead, and his brother had been mauled. So we assumed that he was a lunatic, and that he had gotten into an argument with his brother and torn at him. But this appears to be something worse. He surrendered to us. He begged to be locked securely. The cage was his idea.
Well, sorry to tell you this, but the cage is no longer, intact. Oh, plus there's a...
Someone strong attacked the cage.
He looks up with a "Where did you get him?" kind of a look. Thank you, sir. I'm in no condition. Something should be done. This man is dangerous.
I would say this man is dangerous, if it is still a man. I'm not sure about that right now.
The spirit of my spellbook has been tracking it into the woods. It's gone that way.
It's this way, master. That glowing head is yours? He finally looks around him. Oh, I've died.
I have hidden
kinda
myself
is a-
behind the carriage at this point. I'm
He's
not
a wizard.
visible.
This stuff happens.
Oh. We've not had great experiences with magic in these parts.
I can tell by this cage. Well, how about this? If we round up this escaped prisoner for you, perhaps you can help us locate and get to the mysterious manor on a hill to which the stranger went years ago.
The Haunted Hill. Haunted Hill.
Oh,
One of your
Ooh.
townsfolk told us about
we
it.
really...
I knew him a bit. I was not sheriff then, but I assisted the sheriff. The stranger was an odd one. He didn't speak our language at first. We had to teach him, although at a point he just spoke as though he'd grown here. But at first, he was disoriented, spoke strangely. He was covered head to toe a bit like you, sir, in bandages. I can't say rightly that I ever saw his face.
How very
He looks-
interesting.
He looks back at Maddox. And I had heard that he bought the manor, but I thought we were going to leave that. I had hoped we would leave that accursed place. But that's apparently where he went to live, and rumors were that he performed terrible experiments there. We didn't have things like wolfmen and
Patchwork people and all that.
none of that till the stranger came.
Well, perhaps we should go there and take care of it.
Well, if you're able to help, friend wizard, I would certainly be more comfortable if Talbot was brought to heal.
Talbot?
That's his name.
This is not the stranger, but the one.
This is the wolf guy.
My prisoner, yes.
We don't know that he's a wolf. Per se. Yeah.
There is howling. There is skin torn open. I'm thinking lycanthropy.
What?
Do you not know what lycanthropy is? There's...
Can I actually look at one of the chunks of fur
Yeah.
that were back there and see if I can identify that?
Give me a nature test, please.
Oh, I'm not very good at that.
I'll look over
But I rolled a 17.
Nice.
That looks like wolf fur to you.
It looks like wolf fur.
You concur.
I concur.
Everyone. Looks like wolf fur.
So maybe yes, a werewolf.
And lycanthropy, magical disease.
Is there a full moon?
People
Yes.
turn into a wolf. Or a wolf.
Yeah, I mentioned it briefly earlier, but it was definitely an aside.
No, yes, but you were born that way. You are not the product of a magical disease.
Let's just go kill it.
Let's capture it. He's still a person.
Well, I mean, according to Maddox, this thing is very strong. So,
Very, very strong.
yeah, that's right.
Not as strong as Glee here.
We know one thing about it, it's strong. If we know two things about it, it's at least somewhat wolf-like. It runs on four legs. That's three things we know about it.
Before we go, I think I need to go take a bunny rest.
Okay.
So it's 3:05. Let's go ahead and we're going to take another 5-minute bio break. But before we do that, I'm going to once again make a... those of you watching who have not donated to Extra Life, if you are so disposed and can afford it, please do so. And please, the Twitch stream, let us know that you've done it so we can add inspiration either to one of our players here, your choice to which, or to me, in which case I make things worse for the players.
Please don't.
Hey, Mike, can I say something? Can I say something about that real quick?
Please do.
So this is not my first experience with Extra Life. I did a bunch of stuff with them for G4 a long time ago when we did gaming for them. And that Children's Miracle Network is an amazing organization. They're super cool all the way through and through. They really appreciate this stuff from everywhere. And so the nerd community has always been super supportive of that kind of stuff. And whatever you can do to support that now would be absolutely fantastic. So just a thing.
Amazing.
Thanks very much. And yes, absolutely. It's always good to know when you're dealing, especially with a charity or any kind of institution like this, is it going to do the things that you hope that it does? Because some don't. And this one, I definitely also made. I don't have I only did this once before, but did some research. And yeah, I'm glad to hear that because every bit of feedback I've gotten is they're the real deal. They're doing what they say they do, and they're glad for the support. So 5 minutes, and we will be back, and we will do more, at this point, horrific shenanigans. Huzzah! All right. So last we left this party, and go ahead and put yourselves, put something or draw a wagon on that board.
Okay.
Oh,
Make
yeah,
sure you're
perfect.
using a permanent marker.
I have no idea if this is permanent or not, so I will not draw
Oh,
on the map
boy.
with
I
it.
think it is.
What do we use this?
We will use the little dice bag.
The dice bag is the wagon.
Here.
I think.
What?
That is a marker we can use that will not be permanent.
Okay. So, all right. So what should we draw?
I don't
Just,
know. I
we're
just
looking
like
for
using the
your
thing.
characters
Use this.
in some kind of position.
Draw somebody.
The thing is only going to be basically 1 by 2.
Okay.
It's not going to be very big.
Sweet.
Dead horse. And this is the cage. This is the cage.
That works.
While we're kind of milling around, can I go search the body of the dead guy?
Yeah, and there is, some coin,
Okay.
but honestly, by the reverse of the aforementioned conversion from realistic medieval to fantasy medieval, it's like his life savings in his pocket adds up to like 2 copper in your world.
Okay. I won't need that. I was hoping he also had credentials that I could take.
I was kind of kidding because my understanding is in a lot of like early governments there really isn't credentials. Like you
Okay.
know the sheriff because he says he's the sheriff. In fact, I think part of the story of what's the beaker with the flagon with the wagon and the
Canterbury
That's-
Tales?
Court jester! The court jester!
No, the court jester.
Oh
He
my
is
God,
literally a
okay,
guy
okay.
coming in to say, I'm official,
Oh.
and because there's no badge to flash or anything, until someone shows up and goes, fuck you, you're not.
Okay.
He is.
I plan to be that for the rest of
If you say, I'm the
I plan
sheriff,
to be the sheriff for
and
the
you can
rest
talk
of
the
this.
right shit, people will believe you.
Cool. Great.
Yeah, there's some, especially in fantasy, where we come from a world of badges, where they'll be like, oh, well, you have, like, the seal of the... But
There's a bit of a strike against you in this case because you are
You're
not
a
to
lizard,
define
fact,
point on
a
it.
lizard.
That's
But
fair.
you absolutely
You're so mean about a
can be
psoriasis.
Giacomo, the king of jesters.
Listen, this didn't used to be a controversial thing to look this way, and now it is all of a sudden. I
Yeah,
don't know.
well, we are in a literally different plane of existence.
Okay.
But you could still be Giacomo, king of jesters.
All right, party.
Thank you.
The howling is getting closer.
All right, I'm drawing my
Oh,
sword.
that's good. He's coming to us. Handy. I guess I'll summon
That's a glasses full kind of way to look at it.
Mr. Sheriff, why don't you get somewhere safe?
I hate to say it, but maybe the cage.
Yup.
It's
I'm
very
with
strong.
you, but
You're
refer to Exhibit 1. Can you put me back up?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you got it.
So I am displaying Maddox's list of observations here for easy reference.
It is strong. That's
We
what it is.
have. It is strong.
Don't forget that I'm hungry on there. You should put I'm hungry. It's very important.
You're right. All
For
right.
future Maddoxes, they'll know what to refer to.
I am
That's good.
I'm sure this is exactly how Stashwick played it.
Exactly.
It's kind of terrifying.
You're pretty close.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
Very important.
Yeah, very important. This is gaming. That's what I'm telling you. All right. So various weapons of drawn preparations are made. The sheriff, whose name is Prescott, crawls into the cage. He has a short sword with him. He draws it to protect himself if necessary. And at this point, the party will see the small pack of wolves that are approaching where your position is. There are 6 of them. They are dark of fur and large of size.
Well, shit.
So let me get initiative from Gimemsi,
Yeah. Oh, is that the initiative?
please.
Alright.
Gwyleth, initiative.
You got a boss.
Alright, but. Alright. 22.
21.
Gex,
That is a 2.
Grundir,
Not great.
and Maddox.
It's
Initiative.
a 20, yeah?
Yep, D20, and you add, I think, 2 to that.
Oh, sorry.
And
I had
Nat.
a 4. I had a.
I had a nat 20.
Oh shit.
Then you have a 22 and you get to go first.
So, Maddox, you're first. What do you want to do?
So I have
There-
this sword and spell, which means that I can cantrip and attack at the same time if I'd like.
Correct. Yep.
So I'm gonna cast the message cantrip
Okay.
and say, "You don't want to do this to these
To the wolves?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not sure if it's received. They can't return the message, but you send the message.
Okay, and I'm gonna use the sword part of the sword and spell just to ready my cutlass, not to actually attack.
And if they attack you, will you counterattack?
Yes.
Okay. Gamuzi.
Mimsy holding an action or sword.
Gwilith.
Holding action to defend the cage.
Okay. So you move to where the mouth of the cage is.
Oh,
Stand
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
All right. So at this point, before what I'm going to label the slower members of the party,
That's fair.
the creatures come in to attack. There are 6 of them. And I'm going to say of the ones that stood out in front, Maddox, Mimsy, and Gwilith, 2 of them are faced off on you, but don't have enough movement to come in and attack. They're just all wolfy in your face. They're going to attack. Now, Mimsy does have a saved action. Do you want to attack?
Yes.
Do it. I dare you.
Wow.
All right. That is a.
The armor class is 14.
Yes. Oh. Where's my plus on this?
No.
I'm sorry. I am.
Actions?
Yes. My brain. Oh yes, it hits. 8.
Yeah, you good.
Okay. You only get 1 attack at 8th level?
Oh.
I thought at 8th level you'd have 2 attacks.
No, I have 2. That was the first one.
Okay.
And it's and the other one I just said I didn't trip on that one over my feet. I do have big feet. And that is 11.
Which is not a 14.
No.
So
no,
you-
that's damage.
Oh,
The
okay.
second one I tripped. That was the
Gotcha.
natural one.
All right. Gwilith, you had a saved action as well.
And
What do you want to do?
I am gonna shoot an arrow at one of these bastards.
Okay.
Oh shit, nat 20.
Do the damage, please.
Double damage because crits?
Yes.
Roll the dice twice,
Okay.
Yeah, Brian will help you.
and then add the damage modifier. Now, if
Where's
you're
my
is,
ace?
she, is the cleric actually engaged in melee or not yet?
Bow.
I
Not
don't
in
think
melee.
yet because it'd be ranged.
Okay, well, because once they're actually melee, then you're
She's shooting at ranged as they come in, so they're not engaged yet. She's good.
Alright, so that's 10 plus 3, so 13. Unless I double the plus 3, but I don't think I
No,
do.
you don't.
So yeah, 13.
Thank you. Okay, good solid hit. And then at this point, Grundir,
Yeah.
what you want to do?
Well, they all kind of got into the party now, right? So they're not off a ways.
Yeah, they're not
far away.
fireballable, unfortunately.
Well, poop. I will try to hit a close one with the fire bolt then.
So do you want to help Maddox, Mimsy, or Gwilith?
Gwilith.
Okay.
The names are right.
Go ahead.
Yes. I am the quill.
Yeah,
That's a hit.
3 will hit. And maybe I'll do more damage than last time. Let's see what happens here. Nah, it's still 4. That's my magic number today.
Good lord, we got to work on fixing that. All right, Gex.
I'm going to climb up on top of the cage
Okay.
and then just shoot 2 crossbows into the closest.
There's a great shot of that from Return of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, where they're fighting Caesar, and they've got the big open area, the brutalist prison-looking thing, where there's literally somebody jumping up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
Sweet. Well, I do that. And then I will crossbows. It's a 14 to hit.
It's a hit. Just damage, please.
Sweet. 7, and then I would like your advice on something here. I do have. Is that like getting baked in somewhere, or do I need to like actually have it?
Well, Wrigley doesn't work with crossbows.
Oh, shit.
Like wants to hand wave that.
Bracers of archery do not work with crossbows, apparently.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
It gives you proficiency with longbow and shortbow. It gives you +2 damage.
Oh, I
Ready?
missed
Ready?
that. That's my
Ready?
bad.
Oh, he's hand waved it.
Oh, great.
You
Sweet.
get more damage.
So
Yay!
+2.
So,
Wow.
9 then. The first attack. And then I will roll again.
Okay.
That is a 5 to hit
Oh.
the second time.
Maddox, you're up.
All right. Well, clearly we're fighting. So
You're fighting 2 of them, yeah.
yeah. And I have 2. Yeah.
You do.
So what is Eldritch Blast gonna give me?
It does damage. It's a attack spell. And because of your abilities, you can do the sword and the spell.
Yeah. So I'm gonna attack one with the sword and use Eldritch Blast on the other. Right. So
You can, or you can do the same target. It's completely up to you.
I think I'll diversify my funds.
Okay.
Good plan.
So I'll roll for the. I have that cutlass attack +6, so I'll roll that first.
All right, go ahead, roll.
And I got a 12.
Okay, you need a 14, so that's a miss.
Well, I get +6. Right?
However, that was the 12 without the +6. So it's an
Yeah.
18, which is a hit. So go ahead and do your
Yeah.
damage.
Okay. And it's an 8 + 3, so it's 5 for 8 total. And then I will roll for the Eldritch Blast on the other,
Okay,
which is a 7 plus.
that's a miss. Okay, so given your abilities, you could use a reaction to have re-rolled your attack, but you hit with the sword. You could also use your reaction to re-roll the damage with the sword, but your damage was not bad, so you're fine. The other thing is you can use your bonus action to grant inspiration to one of your party members.
So Gax is the one that has the lowest and slowest, right?
In this combat,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn to Gax and be like, "Buddy, you got this."
You are my favorite Maddox. It has been established throughout. And it will
not,
continue
to,
to be.
not to be reductive about Gex's abilities, but yeah, right now he is the slowest. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
That's a
At his
decent
level, he also gets 2 Eldritch Blasts when he casts the spell.
Does he? Cool.
Yeah. And they can be directed at the same or different targets. But they have separate hit rolls for each one.
So do
That's
your
great
second
information.
Eldritch Blast.
Here I come.
That's probably very loud.
That's a
Sorry.
13 plus whatever plus. I get +4 on everything, right?
Yes.
That's
So
So
do your
17.
damage.
6 plus 4, right? Or do I get the?
What's
Do I
his
get a
damage?
modification?
I don't think there's a damage modifier in spell damage.
No.
It's just
What-
Okay,
What's
so
his
it's just
Eldritch-
6 then.
What's the Eldritch Blast damage supposed to be?
force. It's force damage. D10.
What dice? What is wrong?
10-sided die.
Oh, 10.
Okay.
Never mind. Let me roll that. I rolled the 8-sided die. 9.
And there's no
That's
bonus on that, right?
Right.
Okay. Eldritch Blast goes off. Gemimzi,
Alright, hit it again.
I have a suspicion what you're going to do.
Yes,
You're going to hit it really hard.
I'm gonna hit it really hard.
What's your... you're using axes?
No, I'm using a longsword +2.
And are you using it two-handed for the D8, or are you going one-handed with it?
It is. No, yeah, I'm gonna use 2-hand for a D10.
Do the thing.
But first I gotta.
I'm gonna see if I hit it. I hit it
All right.
once, and let me just see about the twice. Oh yes.
No,
Oh yes. So yes.
not a good day to be a big-ass wolf.
Really not a good day to be a big ass wolf. No. Die, furry creatures! This time the buddy bites back! Alright, so let's see. 8 and 10. So 18 points of damage.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Take that, bad dog.
That is great. All right, so that one is red. Not a happy doggy. Lilith, you're up.
Alrighty. Are they in melee range? Do I need to drop my bow?
You have 2 on you.
Melee range it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and start popping spells, I think. Let's go for, ooh, Sacred Flame is that will. Wow. Let's see. Dex save of 16 for 28 damage. Excellent. If they do not make the dex save, then 12 damage. Radiant.
Makes the dex save, so it's going to be 4. 6.
6 damage,
No
yes.
damage whatsoever.
Aw, this doesn't
It's a
do
cantrip.
that. It is a
Unless
cantrip.
there's certain kinds of casters that can get
Yeah,
special
that seems to be a general rule.
Don't
It's a cantrip, it's
think
all or
I'm
nothing.
one of them.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yep.
Gimimzi. Big bitey wolf time. I am going to get...
16.
I got a 19 and a 23.
Oh, that
Oh,
will hurt.
shit.
So you're going to get hit. You're going to get bit.
This is piercing damage dice.
Tis.
Ah,
Okay.
whatever.
So the first hit is for 12 halved to 6. Second one is for 9 halved to 5. Then I'm going to go ahead and attack you. What's the armor class of the cleric?
19.
That's going to be 2 misses. Thank you, Cloak. Maddox, what's your armor class?
18.
Hit and
That's
miss.
not even including the
You're going to
token
take
protection.
1. So you're going to
Token
take
protection, what's
9
that?
points of damage,
21.
Maddox.
Okay.
And Grumdir, you're up.
Yeah. Nobody's fighting me. I'm a little disappointed.
No, they seem to have all paired off and no one's dancing with you.
Fair enough.
I have been here.
Come take one of my partners? That would be great.
This might work better. I will run into melee combat. Heck with it, I say.
What's
Because my
your
spellfire is not working today.
What's your weapon?
Warhammer +1.
Yeah, it is.
This
You
is
go
my
in and
work
dwarf this
friend.
shit
Or
up.
can fight.
So I got a +6 to hit with that sucker. Let's see if I get hit. No.
Missed by 1.
Oh no.
I missed by 1. And I don't have a star, so I have no
Viewers,
recourse.
the dwarf has no star.
Wait, like my star?
You can't.
It doesn't
we
work
live
that
star?
way.
Besides, you're taking away pressure to put on the viewers.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah, yeah.
But at least now I'm in melee with them, so maybe they'll see me as a target because I'm very chunky and full of armor.
Gex, give me a perception roll.
Perception. I'm very good at perception.
The lizard sees.
Well, I didn't roll great. Yeah, that's an 11.
I hope that wasn't
Yeah,
important.
he's got a coat of eyeballs and everything going on.
Oh, with the coat of
The
eyeballs?
coat of eyeballs.
That was with the addition.
Oh no.
You can re-roll with your inspiration.
I could do that. Well, I'll do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna re-roll.
Yay!
Huh?
Inspiration use. Thank you, Hannah.
No need to reroll. With the inspiration
Oh,
use
sweet.
and the robe, I will say that your robe
Okay. My
sees,
robe
like,
backs me up.
from an eyeball under your armpit, looks out. There is a big dude
Okay.
watching from the shadows about 50 feet away. His whole upper body is outsized proportion. His arms are a little long. His fingers are broadened into talons. And there are scraps of clothes and human skin dangling from fur wet with blood.
Oh hey.
So he is very much a werewolf in the underworld tradition.
Oh, okay.
So very, what's the name of the guy's name? Gurux.
Are you talking about the?
Chuck Gurux, the gamer guy that wrote that series. So he's, your impression looking, he may even be commanding the wolves.
Okay. And how many wolves are left? There's only 2.
There's 6. No one's
Oh
down.
God, I thought we were killing these things.
Nope.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not 100%.
Mine's almost dead.
These are not traditional wolves.
I'm
obviously.
still on top of the cage. I'm going to turn and make direct eye contact with whatever this thing is far away. I'm gonna give a wave and then point a crossbow and see if there's any reaction.
Huh.
Yay, taunting.
Give me a insight check.
Okay. Let's see how good I am at that.
Still have bardic inspiration, by the
I
way.
do. Ooh, rolled an 18 though.
Well, that would have run out a long time ago.
Oh, I did get fresh bardic from him.
Yeah.
So I still have that.
Somebody just dropped $10, so I think let's go ahead and assign an inspiration to the dwarf, as he has none.
Oh boy. Now watch, I'll never need one again.
All right.
Alright.
Better have
What did you roll again?
18 natural.
He smiles
Okay, I smile back.
and steps behind the tree to get out of direct line
I
of sight.
fire the crossbow into the tree.
So give me a dex save.
Okay. What is my dexterity? I'm pretty good at that.
You should be very good at that.
That's an 11. This is not very important. I'll just let the 11 stand.
Okay.
I don't think this.
I
is
think
important.
Germatus Narrativus or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it scans for you to shoot and have the bolt like stick as he
Yes, that's the
like
goal.
it frames how his supernatural speed. So it does the
Oh, yeah.
and a little bit probably. I don't think Gex is as tickled as Colt is.
I'm very excited.
Oh, so it's more like oh yeah,
Oh,
like yeah.
yeah,
So there's
yeah.
more like that's an opponent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there is something dark and terrible out in the shadows. Do you keep this a private moment, or do you share that with others?
It kind of seems not important right exactly now.
I love that. So it's just something you.
Yeah.
I'll just whatever. You,
It's
I
a
got
guy
this
for me to
wolves.
fight later. No, I'll be.
So in Gex's
Hey,
mind, it's a cameo.
Someone else is up there. Let's keep fighting the wolves, I guess.
Maddox, you're up,
All right. So I still have 2 on me, yeah?
and they're still green.
Excellent.
They're
I'm
in
going to
good
do
shape.
exactly what I did last time,
Okay.
which is the sword and spell with the Eldritch Blast. So first I'm going to roll for the sword. Goodness.
I'll yell down.
I got
Potentially, he's with the wolves. I don't know.
Thanks. I got a
Yeah.
14.
Hits just.
Sweet. And that damage is 8.
That's excellent. So that one is now yellow. So it's pretty fucked up looking. Do you want to use your Eldritch Blast to try to finish it off, or do you still do the?
Yes,
the
I
other one?
would. And those are 2 blasts, right? Is that
Correct.
So 2d10s?
Yeah. If you hit, so you have to roll to hit twice.
I did not hit the first time, but I did hit the second time.
In my mind, you're rolling dice on a washing drum.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
not
is
like
it really
literally a
loud?
washing drum.
It's not that bad.
It's not
But
that
these are
loud,
my.
just-
I busted out my like super good dice for this, like my metal dice.
Oh, that's why it's got that profound. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, nice. Yeah, did you see Colt's Wu-Tang Clan D20?
No, but I love it.
Yeah.
That
Do
die,
not.
that die is nothing to fuck with.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. Gotta love. I'm
okay.
sharing. Okay,
Yes,
we can
of
reload.
course.
14 hit points on that.
That's
or-
why.
Yeah, I took 14 damage.
Oh, that is enough. Maddox gets the first down.
Yay!
Oh boy.
I have
One.
killed a wolf.
Great job,
Love
man.
you, brother.
I like that this version of Maddox is like 9, which is great. I'm totally there for it.
I killed a wolf.
All right,
Strong.
Gimimsy.
Mimsy. Well, I'll kill this wolf.
Yeah, you have a red one and you have a green one.
I'm gonna. Oh, another one's engaged with me now?
There's 2.
To begin with.
There's that two.
Oh, I will kill the red one. I'm gonna kill this one that looks really
So
messed
let's
up.
do your first attack, resolve it, do damage, and then see about the second.
Yes.
I am so envious of the.
I love it. It's sweet.
So good.
I hit with the first one.
Just living in my heart.
And I'm gonna murder. Oh, no, D10. So that would be 13 points.
That is a flat out execution.
And number 2, I'm coming for you. And that is a hit. Die, bad dog.
Wow, you called him a bad dog.
7.
That's harsh.
7.
Okay.
Not nearly as impressive. but I'm
Still
gonna
pretty
growl.
darn green. Gwilith,
Kill
you're
the
up.
wolf.
I killed a wolf.
Well, let's see.
I don't know if this was from this Maddox, but I've been inspired again. Thank you, whoever that was.
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Maddox.
Maddox is
let's
wonderful and
reuse.
amazing. Alright, we are gonna go to Longsword.
Okay, go ahead, roll the hit.
Because I don't think I can do spell and sword at the same time.
No, it's a special thing Maddox has because he's all full of Maddoxy.
Yup. Damn.
Okay.
13. So
The cleric does not get 2 attacks, so no.
I do not.
All right. The next one is me. I am the next one. Why did I say that? I sound like Mojo Jojo. I am the one who is next. The next attack is mine.
Yes.
I
Attack.
always rooted for Mojo Jojo. He was my favorite part of that show.
Oh, he's the fucking best, man. I saw at a dog Halloween parade last year, there was a Mojo Jojo dog.
Fuck yes.
The best
awesome.
thing. Attack and Gimimzi misses. To attack. Actually, you have earned an opponent.
I've earned another opponent.
No, not you. Grundir.
Oh.
He's not being ignored.
Yay!
Yeah, it's a little frustrating when they won't even kill you.
Come on.
I'm an opponent. I'm a threat.
Hit me.
The cleric is hit for 9 points of damage. Dwarf armor class, please.
23.
It is a 21 for my
That's,
AC. I forgot that I was not
That's a miss. That's a miss. And only 1 hit on Maddox,
Hooray!
which is a hit. And it's going to be 9 points of damage. I can do math. The next thing that happens is the Loop Guru steps out from the shadows, and he is going to casually leap on top of the cage next to Gex.
Okay.
And
Where did he come from? How far away was he?
the leap was about 20 feet.
Okay.
So he runs about 30 and then uses the bonus action to do a leap and has an attack left.
Oh, okay.
So he's now on top of the cage fighting with him. Very surprised, I'm guessing.
I thought we were going to be like buddies or something. I don't know.
Allow me to disavow you of that notion.
Okay.
Here
Wolf
come
buddies.
two. Yeah. What's your armor class?
17.
1 hit, 1 miss, which is good.
Okay.
Because you don't want 2 hits, because then I also get to try to bite.
I will uncanny dodge to take half damage.
All right.
Hit.
Here comes. This is going to be 5 points uncanny dodge down to 3.
Oh, sweet.
Not too bad.
I can deal with that.
And then, Grundir, you have an opponent, sir.
I do indeed. Boy, none of my attacks are working particularly well.
Yeah, they all so far seem to be broken.
So I have an alternative plan.
Oh no.
I'm going to cast Fire Shield.
Let them do the damage to themselves.
Assuming he can hit me, though, my armor
Right.
class is so high.
You could just strip naked.
How close is he to me? I guess I can't do it right now.
He's kind of across the battlefield, but
So, yeah, I'm now, and it'll be hot fire, if
nice.
you know what I mean.
Oh, I
Yeah,
do.
well.
Hot fire.
That's right.
It's so exciting.
Because it can be hot or cold at my option. So I'll cast some Fire Shield action there on myself that costs me an action to cast, so I don't have any left to fight.
No, you don't. Gex, look, the bad guy.
He's right here. I do have
Uh-huh.
a question. Does the poison wear off on blades after short rests? How does that work
I think it's supposed to be for that fight.
for that fight?
I don't, because otherwise it's kind of powerful.
Sounds good. I don't have that then. I'm going to bite him.
AC's 15.
Okay. We'll see how this goes. That's a 19 to bite.
Damage.
And that's
Ooh.
1d.
You ate a wolf.
I hope his condition isn't transmissible.
Unfortunately, it's 0 damage.
0?
Yeah, because I have -1 to bite and roll the 1.
Oh,
So you don't. The other thing is, I would normally only ask this of rap artists.
Oh.
Are your teeth silver?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I want them to be, but no.
Right. But you don't have like
I don't have a grill.
tremendous.
I don't have a grill.
You're not wearing
foresight or
grills.
a grill.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not wearing a grill.
Like a +1 grill.
Yeah.
So you literally don't get through his fur. So you do bite him, and you're like, this is a mouthful of like couch cushion.
Okay.
It's not working.
Well, while this is happening, I'm going to crossbow expert with the crossbow up against him and fire.
Okay. Roll the hit. Armor class 15.
nice.
This is what do I gotta do for this?
You're gonna buddy shoot him.
Ooh, that's a 8, probably.
Yeah. So.
Oh well.
And the way largely the attacks misses on him will work is they do kind of hit and just don't do anything.
Okay.
So he's like that kind of badass. Like you hit him and he's like,
Yeah. With a mouthful of fur, I'm gonna kind of look down and be like, ah!
all right,
What's going on?
I got you.
Maddox, you're up. You only have one doggy left.
And that doggy is yellow?
He is green.
Okay. And
These
yet
are
I can
big
tell that the alpha doggy is attacking my buddy, right?
Oh yeah, he's right there.
But and is it obvious to everybody that this is the alpha dog?
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of like we brought in Greg Nicotero to do his like makeup.
Gotcha.
You know,
okay, so
yeah,
it's,
we
it's a badass.
Yeah, we dropped about a quarter of our budget just doing up that wolf because we didn't want to go CG, we wanted to go practical.
Okay, so do I have the range to hit that with a lightning bolt from where I am?
Yeah, you could fight the dog with the cutlass and fire the Eldritch Blast up on that cage. Absolutely.
Okay, I'd like to do that.
I am in favor of your choice.
Thank you. Should I roll?
You-
I will leave this to your choice, God. Would you like me to roll the Eldritch Blast first or the sword?
Sword first, definitely, because I definitely care.
Thank you, God. So it's a 17.
That's a hit. Damage.
11.
Okay, and that will make that one yellow.
And then the blasts, right? The
Eldritch Blast. Do it.
8.
Miss.
Wait, am I supposed to be rolling that on a 10?
To hit?
You have to roll the hit first, so a d20.
Oh, so it's the 20. So can I
I insist
can
that
I
you do it.
reaction? Yes. Ah, that's different. That's 18.
Hit. Damage. Which is the d10.
And
I'm getting a little echo cult.
Yeah, it's
Okay. And then, did you do both? You did both?
no, here
attacks
comes the
at
other one.
Okay, go ahead.
I missed the second time around, so it's just 10 total.
Okay.
Mike, if you wouldn't mind turning your headphone volume down just a tad, I think we bleed through. That might be it.
Me, Mike, or him, Mike?
Yeah, you, Mike. Sorry.
In this context, I don't mind being called nice still, which you would think would be more confusing because
There are two.
Brian is also a nice still, but
No one calls me.
nobody really calls Brian that. So
Is that better?
I think yes, so much better. Thank you so much.
yeah, except I have about 20 people that call me boss. Those would be my ex-henchmen. It's adorable. They all call me boss. All right, and we are at Gamimzi. Yes,
Mimsy. First, I'm gonna murder the dog that's on me. Bad dog.
one left. He's still green.
Yes.
Make him pay for being alive.
Yes. Oh yes. Yes, both hit.
Combined damage, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
From this angle, your microphone looks like the Blue Horizon rocket ship called.
I don't know what that specifically is. I will look
Why
at it.
am I drawing so quickly? Okay, 16.
All right, so that's going to take him deeply yellow. Not quite red, though.
You're right. It does.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's what they're calling the Bezos Wang rocket.
Ah, yes.
All right, and then that was all your attacks, right? Right, bunny person?
Yes.
Gwileth, you're up. You have
I
one
am
remaining.
I'm going to disengage from my bad doggy and fire off a level 4.
So if you
Okay.
disengage, you have to use your actions, so you won't be able to cast. Unless you move without using withdraw, in which case I get an attack on you as you pull back. Then you can use your action to fire back.
Okay.
When you're engaged in combat, withdrawing without using the withdraw action
You can attack
causes an attack of opportunity. The ones that get around that neatly are rogues because they have the cunning action thing
I can
that lets
just
them move around the
disengage.
battlefield without getting hit.
That's
And me.
That's
'cause I
what
can
it
jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super useful for exactly that kind of maneuvering.
Yeah.
I can't hear myself sometimes, so it feels like I'm talking to a
still
waterfall.
gonna fire a guiding bolt as a level 4 up at the werewolf.
I am currently biting on.
You do that without withdrawing, that's fine. It does mean if she's
I am-
casting in combat, does she have to roll at disadvantage? Is that the offset?
It's if there's a enemy within 5 feet of you.
Yeah, or does she have to roll
Which is
concentration?
why I was trying
Does
to take
it
the
have an attack
5-foot
roll?
step.
There's no such thing anymore.
Yes.
Thank God. Because it creates.
There is movement
Oh.
though.
Right. It's just
That's
you're
exactly what I
tangled up with an
described.
enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it a maybe
it-
it's a concentration roll, right? If you're firing with someone within 5 feet.
to not like hit
Guiding
me,
bolt
that
is
was-
already roll a d20.
No, I know, but if you do you know this? Do we have
No,
to
I
look it
don't
up?
know that.
Okay. Just go ahead and roll that. I'll look it
I mean,
up
it's not a
later.
concentration check. It's an attack.
I'm pretty sure you have to make a concentration check, but I'm not gonna. Fuck it.
26.
That's a hit. Damage to the big guy on the roof.
Sweet.
7d6 radiant. Because I did this as a level 4.
Right, you dump your big spell into it.
Yup.
So he is resistant to almost everything, barring silvered weapons or radiant.
Luckily, this is
So
radiant.
this will do full damage.
Can I borrow 2d6s, please?
Yes.
I set up a dice cam for you if you want to roll on for it.
Okay,
Oh,
that
yeah,
would be
nice.
cute. That would be
Seems like a big one.
That's sure. It can also be dice cam.
In that case, let me.
Sweet.
Where's. Shall I
Or you can just
it?
roll them like
I
onto the
can
mat right
just-
there.
Okay, we have a 5, 6, 10, 12, 13, 14
Shout out to Bree. Hey, Bree.
What's up, Bree?
curses. Should I go ahead and use my inspiration to re-roll it because of all those goddamn ones?
Yeah, you can reroll damage.
Let's do that.
Sounds like a great use, actually.
Do they have to roll all over again, or just select ones?
Because it's been paid for, let's do it the nicest way possible.
Hey.
any dice you want.
I think if
All
it's
dice at
something that's
max.
no, you're gonna pay more for that.
I mean,
man.
that's the nicest way possible.
Okay,
Then
you're not wrong.
We will do the 4 ones. Oh, that's so much better.
Sick.
We're
15.
almost through with Mike's guest, and I've realized I've written maybe 50 hours worth of game.
Hey, that's all right.
At
We'll
the
just keep
rate
it
this
going
is
until we're
resolving.
done.
She's a crow, man.
29.
29, and all of it hits. Wow. So I got
Nice.
good news and bad news.
Do I get like an electric shot through my body when I'm biting onto this guy?
It seems to really, it howls in pain, but it's still great.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
This is a fucker.
He's a very bad dog.
Wait, how much damage does he have in him right now?
So at this point, he is going to
No.
drop down off the
That's
roof,
it.
Okay.
which is going to give you an attack of opportunity
Sweet.
because he doesn't care about anything but stabbing the cleric.
Okay.
That's okay. I can run away.
I guess as he's like jumping down, I'll try to crossbow him.
Okay. It's just one attack.
Yeah, just one attack. So not great again. That's a 5 or a 7 with the bracers.
That's going to be lower than 15.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So at this point, I hop down next to you, which is really unexpected. It's like, oh, you want to dance kind of a reaction. And he is going to claw
We're
you
going
up.
to go.
What's your armor class again?
21.
All right. That's 2 hits.
Damn it.
So you're going to take
He's going to get to fight me.
10 and 9. He has to do an attack roll, so he has the opportunity to bite you. And he does. So that's going to be
Anyone
a
can cure disease, it's going to be me.
10 points of damage. And make a kind of important constitution roll.
Uh-oh.
When in doubt, just drop the die.
Nope.
Okay.
8.
So you're stunned for at least 1 round. There may be other effects, but you kind of sag.
Do you have inspiration?
I used
Used
it for
it.
the damage.
Use it. She's not inspiration. People watching the stream,
Give us money, please.
don't give us money.
Kids
The
money.
sick
Kids money.
It's just sick kids' money.
Sir, the saving
Please,
throw is
sir. Just some inspiration for a saving throw.
just a bit. All right, and Gruntier.
Yeah.
There's a big wolf eating the cleric, and there are still 4 dire wolves attacking your party.
Well, the direwolf was still biting at my knees last time I checked.
Yes, the one labeled Leonard.
Leonard. So I'm gonna try to hit him with my hammer again and see how that goes. Yeah, you know what?
Damn, man.
I'm real good.
You've got so many dice. You should just start
missing by
rolling. Every time that misses, you should yeet. You should just go through the pile.
Yeah.
Gex,
Yes.
your dance partner is now murdering the cleric. What do you do?
Okay.
You got this.
Thanks, Maddock. I'm going to.
Note to May, who I know is watching, you're coming in after this fight.
Sweet. I'm going to. Sorry. Gotta remember when I can do the poison thing. I'm going to poison tip one of these +2 arrows that I was given
Okay.
and fire at him.
Okay, roll the hit.
That is a 8. That's a 20. Dirty 20.
Hit.
And then this is where the +2 comes into effect for the arrow croak. So this is 1d6. That is 10 damage.
Okay, that's gonna get halved.
And then I can read out the poison stuff.
And then I get a save, right?
Yeah, it's a DC 14 Constitution.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of my legendary actions.
Uh-oh.
The legendary action didn't help it.
Okay.
So what does it do?
Take 2d8 poison damage and become poisoned until the end of your next
Do it.
Sweet.
It's resisted, so it's gonna take half, but it does take damage.
I have 1d8. Is anybody
Yes.
have anything they can lend me?
Here.
Thank you.
Take it from there.
Oh, that's a 10. That's a 10.
What?
That's a D10.
This is D10. Oh,
That's a D10, baby.
I could have got the wrong one. Grazie. That is how much total?
6, I think.
6.
6, so 10 total.
10 total poison damage.
Plus anything that might be on the thing.
Okay, so what was the total?
10 poison damage.
All right, that was halved.
Okay.
Was
So-
it halved?
No, it was not.
It was not half yet.
Okay, all right. So it is now after that yellow.
Oh, sweet.
So, Maddox, you still have one bad doggy.
Okay, and the big doggy.
Yup, which is over there eating the cleric.
Gotcha. Oh, no, that's not good.
I love the fact that out of his adult brain, it's like, wait, eating the cleric is not.
do I know that whether or not lycanthropy is a magical condition or not?
You don't. You especially don't know because this is obviously another plane, so it could work any number of ways.
Oh, that's a good point.
So if I were to, for example, dispel magic, would that revert the wolf back to human form?
You could try, but you don't know.
Is it bad that
Okay,
I
let's
hit
try
this thing?
Okay.
Maybe. Okay.
Give me a d20 roll.
19.
Okay. Maddox casts a spell, and the creature reverts to human form and drops to the ground.
He's poisoned still.
As
I don't
soon
know
as
if
he
that's
does, though, and he's looking green around the edges of that wound, the wolves kind of start to wander away.
I'm okay.
So he apparently was controlling them.
Great move, Maddox.
You
Thanks.
won't know this, obviously, right off. It doesn't cure his condition, but it reverted the change.
Okay, gotcha.
His
So-
condition is probably a curse.
Yeah. But it did flip back the change.
I might be able to do something
And
else.
it required a roll. So like when you do it against the high level spells, if he didn't roll a good roll, it just wouldn't have worked at all.
Gotcha.
And satisfied with that accomplishment, Maddox's eyes roll up into his head, and he begins to shiver again,
Oh, this again.
and he drops to his knees.
No, Maddox, please don't. Maddox.
And thanks so much for Mike Delonzo. Always good playing with you, man. And
Thanks for having me, guys.
Here's my.
so we're going to take another 2-minute break and change over. We have someone waiting in the wings. We're going to bring in our next fabulous guest.
Cool.
Going to break. There you go.
Okay.